Is Saudi Arabia doing jihad? How many Saudi Arabian princes are riding around Arabia doing jihad, trying to steal land for their people? How many of them are still doing it? They have settled down. They are building nations. Look at Qatar is hosting World Cup. Saudi Arabia is doing amazing things all over the place. In fact, Saudi Arabia owns almost all the tech companies. They have invested their money far and wide, to the extent that their leader can kill an American journalist, chop an American journalist to pieces, and America still does business with him. America still welcomes him. America still allows him to do anything he likes in America. That is the power that they have gotten by modernizing their ideology. You people are still here dreaming of jihad. Take out there now, African elites. The northern leaders of Nigeria are still here thinking they want to do jihad to southern Nigeria. Check out there, they get nothing and no get sense. They will say Seun is rude, Seun na Igbo smoker, Seun because you people are stuck in some. You want Arabs to see that you are more Arab than them by killing your brother in the name of jihad, so that they can respect you, that you're Islam, you're own Muslim. So wait, when you prove to them that you have done jihad, no, let's even say that you northern elites are lucky enough to carry out your jihad and you wipe us out and you Islamize Nigeria. Do you think that the Arabs will respect you as Muslims still? Because I know that's your problem. Because when you people go for Hajj, you don't come back and say the truth. Just like when Europeans, the southern Nigerians, when you could go to the West, you don't come back and say the truth to your people of what your eye, which in the eye they see for there. Now they come back and tell how the racism, the discrimination. But you just come back with your fine clothes. You start building one house with your fine shoe to show your brother, America is good. Yeah, they enjoy. Guess, yeah. But the things your eye they see, they talk. Same thing as you northerners when you go for your Hajj. The discrimination, the way they treat your women like prostitutes. My friend, let me say, any African woman will go for Hajj. They respect them. They feel that because then they go with him, papa. He said they say all African women are prostitutes. They touch their breasts. They think that if you talk, they go beat you. I said, really? I said, never, I can never happen, and I don't get police. He said, if they tell me, oh ha. So you people go there and you get disrespected. So I know that that's why you come here. I want to prove your Islam, prove that maybe they see that you are killing your brother in the name of Islam. They will respect you. They will never. Because what they hate about you has nothing to do with whether you are carrying out jihad or not. What they hate about you is that you are cowards. That you are men that cannot build countries. So you are beneath them. When they hear you talk about all these things, you want to come and hide money in their country, you want to come and buy house, they see you as, that's why they see you as inferior. Because you lack imagination. Not because you lack violence. You have killed Nigerians for 60 years. You've been killing Nigerians. Yes, 60 years. So why would they think that you lack violence or you lack, that's not the problem. They don't respect you because you lack imagination. Do you believe the lies of the Arab invaders? Do you believe the Arab invaders, your Fulani masters, that have told you that you are not African, that they are better than us, that you are better than, you believe that lie? You better open your eyes, fam. We are your brothers and sisters. We are African people. Don't let no foreigner come and tell you you're better than us. You are not. And you are killing us in their name. You think that if you help them fulfill their agenda and they come and look at the way they are treating you in the place already. Look at the way they treat you already under their leadership. In the northern Nigeria, where these people control, I don't think anywhere else in Africa suffers like this. They are not part of you. They don't think of you. No matter how you bow your head to their God, no matter how you do your 5 times prayer. Didn't Nigerians die in Saudi Arabia? They went for Hajj. Didn't Nigerians die in Saudi Arabia when they went for Hajj? Do you know that the Saudi Foreign Ministry refused to apologize for those deaths? Instead, they blamed Nigerians for their own deaths. Go and be an Ifa worshipper in a company where the MD goes to Redeem Church. Go and look at the company where the MD is in Redeem. All the people there that will be doing well will be in Redeem Church. It is the same. It is just that the political clouds that gave the Christians the power to bomb people just like these Muslims have been removed. You just don't have the political clouds, not because you don't want to do it. How many women go to market in this Lagos just because they wear miniskirts in Lagos? Miniskirts in 2020, they will beat them up in the market. Why are they beating them? Religious morality. It is Christianity in their brain. So I don't want us to now use it as a hand. So now let's come to today. Let us remember very well, dear moderate Muslims, moderate Islamists, you know, that will only come and correct us, that complain that bad things are happening. You will come and fight us that complain that bad things are happening. But we'll never see you fighting your cousins and your brothers and your sisters for killing your brothers and sisters. You think we're not your brothers and sisters? Look at the marriage of Buhari's daughter. Look at what she was wearing. Nobody said anything. One other girl did it. This Islamist came out. So don't think that they don't understand what they are doing. Anyway, let me read from the Quran. You know, so not from the Quran, but translations. Let me read translations from the Quran. You know, about what this God thinks of us, the unbelievers, the infidels, the kafirs. I mean, how can these people say you are, when you have this kind of words to describe people that don't agree with you? Infidel. That one too is not in the Quran. I mean, so understand what is going on. There's a politics, there's a game here. We, the people, are trapped in the middle. Arabic imperialists, European imperialists. Everybody siphoning, stealing, drawing blood out of Africa. Using African people. Using African people as the scapegoat.
You think it's a joke? You think it's a joke? Have you? War against Sharia. War against political Sharia. We have been saying this over and over again. You think the world is not listening? You are a joker. War against Sharia. There is no space for Sharia in a liberal society. You can't come and tell us Sharia, blasphemy law, in a civilized society. If the federal government cannot own up to the stand of the constitution, let's allow people that are humane to do the job. Abi? War against Sharia. And if you are against this, that means I feel you are a fanatic. Because let's put it, what is happening in Nigeria is political Sharia. Sharia for the poor. Sharia for the unaliving of the less privileged. Abi, war against Sharia. Allow people to express themselves. US, thumbs up. Fire on. This is just the beginning. You never see anything. You never know what one do you. Abi, what thing they do you never start. War against political Sharia. The good Muslims knows that this thing is just all about promoting a situation where some radical ideologies will engulf and finish everybody, not just the Christians, even the Muslims that have the liberty to choose in regards to what they want to believe. War against them. Thumbs up, tag Donald Trump, tag United States of America. This is just the beginning. Fire on. And I believe you are listening. You are listening to us, and we're not going to stop. War against this. Unity for everybody. Progress for every Nigerian, irrespective of your tribe, culture, and affiliations. No hatred, no whatever. But the system must be liberal.
Now me talk now Muslim the cause problem for this country. Where we did. Christians are peace-loving people. Some few Muslims are peace-loving people, but 99% of them now rubbish than they practice. No be exactly waiting there for their Quran and they practice. Yes. How can you as a citizen of a country come out clearly to talk that you are the one doing particular stuff of the thing and nobody will go after you? Is it because you are a Muslim? If a Christian now talks something, now everybody will be let's this one, do this one, do this one, do this one. Where Pastor Paul in nature preach after the Yahoo election where Prophet Mahmoud Yakub did to us. What did the federal government do? They started to threaten man. DSS started to do rushing. Everybody started to send all sorts of nonsense messages. It is getting time now that everybody will know where it belongs to. Erufa come out clearly to tell us all the insecurity caused in this country. He is the founder, and he will not stop. He will continue his own evil agenda till they achieve it. You people keep quiet. Nobody go after Erufa. I talk and before. What you will go see for Tinubu hand? Now Shege we go see. We go see Shege. What nonsense is this? Asari Dokobo come out clearly to talk say her own father, his own father, the job he did is to say Igbo people. His own job that he's currently doing now is to say Igbo people. With live AK-47 and AK anything wey he carry, nobody go after him. Is it because Asari Dokubo is a Muslim? Huh? Is it because Asari Dokubo is a Muslim? What is the offense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they keep him in police in DSS custody up to today? Simply because he's talking the truth. People that threaten national peace are allowed to move up and down in Nigeria.
You see, I, Odalo, have always had my stand that the problem of this world, the problem of this globe is religion. It's a problem, no matter where you see it from. A very huge one. But what I now found so sad, what I found so appealing is the fact that some authority choose to defend whichever one they belong and make do with it. It's that simple. Now, this is driving us back to the American intervention or intended intervention in Nigeria crisis. What is it about again? It is a religious problem. It's a religious issue. I did a video. I said, Donald Trump and the American authority, if you are intervening in Nigeria over any genocide, please do not say it's a Christian genocide. It's a genocide against the Nigerian people. That was my stand, and I maintained that. But I'm surprised to see some person coming at me to say, why would I say that? It is Muslim that is unaliving the Christians. Why am I talking like this? Blah, blah, blah. See, whether you like it or not, both religion are being caught at the midst of this Boko Haram menace. If you are arguing that the Christians are more, or they started initially on the Christians, that's a different line of argument. But even if that is the case, I don't want a situation where anybody will be intervening in the name of, I'm going there to defend the Christians against the Muslims. That's my point. That's already a religious war. America wants to defend the Christians in Nigeria, right? Because America is claiming to be a Christian nation. What if we have another powerful Islamic country that is as powerful as America? Let's, for instance, China was a religious nation. Let's assume China was an Islamic nation. Or maybe like Saudi Arabia, the Qatar, the Afghanistans of this world. Maybe they have that military strength like America. They will now see that America is coming to Nigeria to defend the Christians against the Islam. And they now want to come to defend the Islam against the American and their Christians. Will Nigeria not be inflamed? Nigeria will be inflamed. And what will be the problem and the basis now? Religious war. Religious crisis. So for those of you celebrating, America is coming to rescue the Christian. Is this Christianity not an act of madness as well? What does it mean to be a Christian? If you have anything wrong with Islam, that same thing is wrong with Christianity. The only difference is that Islam is very violent and Christianity is fraudulent. That's otherwise they are both books promote violence. You get the point. Now let's take us this way. To my dear America, you pinpoint some of the problems. I agree. Especially when the US Senator Ted Cruz hint on the purpose on that Sharia law in the north. All these are Islamic problems. Now, if anybody wants to solve the problem of Nigeria, the problem of Africa, or a global problem by extension, is to tackle religion, just the same way China have done. Most of you don't even know that in China, and like I'm displaying now, China see Islam as a mental illness. Do your finding. If you know anybody that live in China, ask them. Or if you are in Nigeria or an African living in China, confirm what Odalo is saying now. China is treating Islam as a mental illness. China believes that Islam or Muslims are people with mental issue that needs to be cured. That is it. So does when you are a Christian. Because Odalo don't stand one side. If we don't have these two baboons, these two vampires, this world will be a better place. Now we are happy that America want to intervene. At what cost? Nobody cares. I know I did a video before to say if they are coming for the resources of Nigeria, the resources originally wasn't really with the people of Nigeria, not with the citizens, but for the gluttons, to the animals, to the evil leaders that we have. So if that's what America is coming to take from them, it will not make any difference to me. But we shouldn't be in a hurry to accept what is really not that good. See, first and foremost, it shall never be well with anybody
that supported this government, the previous government, and I want this government to continue. It shall never, because it takes the failure of a government for us to get to where we are now, that America is now threatening to have military intervention in Nigeria. If only we know what that means. We just know. See, whatever America is doing, whatever they will do, and whatever the consequences are, the causes is upon the leaders of Nigeria. It shall never be well with those that have led us into this trap. Okay, let me read what Sharia said. Because most of us, we don't really follow history. We don't know how America, all the countries that America have intervened, we don't know how they ended. Do you? In case you do, let me read out something to you, in as much as I know. But Sharia, Moyele Sharia, outlined it and detailed it to the extent that you need to understand that it's not a good thing when America is coming to your country in the name of coming to save you. You get the point? Now, this is how Sharia sees it. And I will read, because I took it from his page. He said the latest threat by the US President, Donald Trump, to launch military action in Nigeria, allegedly to protect Christians, may sound appealing to some still. History has shown this to be perilous. He said whether you are a Christian, Muslim, animist, or non-religious, no one should celebrate such rhetorics. The United States and its ally have a long record of military intervention that leave nations more unstable than before. That is where I just want to, and that is the basic fact. Look at Iraq. Look at Afghanistan. Look at our neighboring African Libya here. When they come into your country, they are going to leave it worse. This is obvious. But who is to take this blame? Nigerian government that is giving room, opening doors for all this to come in should it eventually happen before. He said they failed to secure peace in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and Syria. They won't bring peace. They won't bring salvation to Nigeria through bombs or boots on the ground. Facts. He said what Nigeria truly needs is not a foreign savior, but a legitimate, accountable leadership that protects all citizens, upholds justice, and ends the cycles of corruption and violence that have left the nation broken. If you think Sharia doesn't make sense or there's anything more to this, then you also have a mental issue. Now, the only thing I will add to what Sharia have said now is, religion is the only thing that you need to tackle and you have peace. How do they even get this, their bad government? They put religion at the forefront, then they back it up with tribalism. That is what makes the whole thing up. My dear America, His Excellency President Donald Trump, if you want to solve the problem of Nigeria, do not instigate Christian against the Muslim. It is, you are only calling for a religious war, and that's not a solution. We don't need religion at all. We know the problem that of the world is Islam. Why don't you just go straight and say Islam is a problem or religion is a problem like Chinese does? The Chinese is the most unreligious nation in the world, and they are the most peaceful, they are the most powerful, they are the most successful. Leave all this gra-gra when America they do. America is not as powerful as China, we know. Now, if China can tell you that Islam is a mental illness that needs to be cured, what more do we need to learn? So please, in my message on this video is, whatever is going to be the outcome of what America is planning to do in Nigeria, because with the rich resources of Nigeria, obviously, America long before now will have been looking for a way to penetrate. And if this Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration has given them that avenue, that opportunity to finally creep in, then it is unfortunate that those that brought this upon us will never know peace in this life and in the afterlife. Nigerians are helpless. Nigerians got to a situation where they don't care who rescued them in the hand of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That opens the door wide open for America or any other savior, perceived savior for that matter. But at the end of the day, how is it going to leave Nigeria? Worse or better? I leave that for you to ponder about.
Good day to our viewers all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. Why is it that the Muslims all over the world are creating this impression that they are the problem of the world? Because if you look at the Christian-dominated countries and countries that are majorly predominantly Christians, you see that there are no problems in these countries. But you see, the moment these Muslim people begin to kind of migrate into these countries, you start seeing some atom of insecurity in those countries. This is not fair. This is not supposed to be like this. The world is supposed to be a peaceful place for everybody to stay and for all to be at peace with one another. But that is not what is happening. Just look at what is happening in Nigeria now. Religion both Christianity and Islam is something that was brought into Nigeria for us to like kind of convert to and become one. It's not something that we're like kind of born into by birth as Africans. However, this same religion is the problem we're having today in Nigeria. There's the same problem we're having today in Africa. Christianity, to a very large extent, is a very peaceful religion because they don't practice anything like extremism. All they preach is love and how to be their brother's keeper and how to love one another. But on the contrary, the Islamic religion has shown for over numerous time and a considerable number of time that there is an element of extremism in what most of their cleric or the teaching of what the precept of Islam says. I'm not going to like kind of say that is what Islam says. However, that is what most of these Muslims are doing. That is what most of these extremists are doing, and this is creating a very bad notion for Islam. Because if you're saying that Islam is a religion of peace, then we shouldn't be having these Islamists. Most of the terrorist organizations we have across the world, they're all there's a terror organization related to Islam in one form or the other. Why is it like this? Look at Saudi Arabia that brought Islam to the world, that was the fulcrum. I mean, that's the fulcrum of Islam. Is already modernizing already, and they're already modernizing their brand of Islam already, and they are embracing technology, embracing modernization, and being liberal already. They are being flexible already. However, the people who adopted this whole thing from these people called the Saudis are being so conservative, and they are being really radical, and this is leading to this extremist ideology that we are having today. This extremism ideology that is coming and affecting the world today is as a result of their conservativeness. It's as a result of the fact that they are not ready to change. It's as a result of the fact that they feel they are fighting for God. It's as a result of the fact they are fighting for something they don't even know exists. This is actually what they are fighting for, because they believe it that when they die, they'll go to a place and they'll be given so many stuff and so many reward. There won't be any reward for someone that goes about killing people, unaliving people in the world, just because they feel there is an imaginary reward that's going to be given to them when they convert people from another religion to their own religion. It doesn't work like that. You rationally, is it good to take a life of another person? It is not good. The laws of the world and the laws of nature speaks against it. So why do you think that God is going to support that? There is no way God is going to support this. We are supposed to live together in peace. However, that is not what is happening in Nigeria. That is not what is happening all over the world. Countries that were peaceful ones and were enjoying as a whole peace, an atmosphere of peace, relative peace in their countries. The moment these people step into their country, they'll start enforcing their own ideology on them, and before you know, they'll start like messing the place around. Go to the countries predominantly Muslims today, you see the problems that is going on. Look at what is happening in the Middle East. It's as a result of this problem too. Look at what is happening in the sub-Saharan Africa. Look at what is happening in the Sahel countries, just like Nigeria and other countries there. The terrorism issue we are having is religious related, but we don't want to accept this. We don't want to talk about this yet. Honestly, if we are saying that this religion and Islam is a religion of peace, then it's high time the clerics begin to speak against all these extremists and this extremism ideology that is being inculcated, that has been preached into these people, that made them so conservative, made them radicals, that are disturbing the peace of the entirety of Nigeria. Because it cannot continue like this. If it goes like this, if it continues like this, of course, other people are going to say enough is enough. That is the reason why the president is facing this problem of President Trump coming to invade Nigeria and deal with what we are supposed to be dealing ourselves. And he's going to cede your territorial integrity to another external force, because like if a foreign force come into your country, of course it's because you're not able to fix your country. That is the reason why they are coming to fix your country for you. And it's going to be a slap on Nigeria, who calls itself a giant of Africa, because we cannot be giant of Africa for mouth. We cannot be giant of Africa when we cannot even solve the problem of insecurity in our land. It's because we've been using methods that are not feasible, methods that are not good in tackling this problem to solve this problem. A lot of money has been voted for this insecurity thing in Nigeria, but a few people at the top of the echelon have been siphoning this money and using this money to buy arms for these people to continue the mayhem, to continue the killing, so that they can keep on getting money, so that they can keep on getting huge amount of allocation at the expense of people's life. This is not going to continue, because at worst case scenario is that Nigeria will be divided, or we go back to regional government and every region will be on their own.